People in modern day get information through many mediums, textual, visual, or otherwise. These mediums shape our understanding of the world around us, as well as our thoughts. Gari is an interactive text that makes use of visual, oral, and written techniques to entice the audience to explore the cultural assumptions of Aboriginal people, in particular, the Bachela people of Gari. Text makes use of interactive storytelling to present the perception of indigenous people, exposing misconceptions in the lives as news article. Kagari, the interactive, allows the audience to view the story by clicking it to continue. People make assumptions based on the media they consume, and all media contains the same information, creating these conflicting perceptions. Cultural assumptions are no exception. Gari presents Eliza Fraser's story, which talks about her obsession of the Bachela people. Gari, within the conclusion of the story, utilizes a metaphor through "she was just a minute grain of sand to us." Metaphor highlights to the audience how the Bachela people didn't have any prior knowledge of Eliza by comparing her to sand. This, along with visually showing the audience an animatic of multiple sand particles, one of them being red, representing Eliza Fraser. The use of metaphor used in this line creates a vivid image in the reader's mind of the Bachela people's perspective of Eliza being a grain of sand, insignificant or a small part of a greater whole being each. In addition, in the beginning, the composer applies emotive language into the text. We're driven into an unknown land inhabited by a savage race of people. The emotive language reveals to the audience that Eliza has very negative assumptions about the people. She considers them savages. During this, the composer employs pathetic fallacy, as there is a storm above the ship, suggesting that danger is to come, further emphasizing that she is afraid of these people, despite never meeting them. Moreover, the metaphor is used at the frightful-looking savages approaches with the ferocity of wild beasts. The metaphor is Eliza trying to compare them to wild beasts. In reality, Bachela people have a moral code. This is reflected in the actions towards Eliza, characterized by them facing towards her, leading with open arms. This highlights the Bachela people's perspective of the situation, them being caring. Furthermore, the first action was an act of kindness, so they covered her in animal effects to soothe her skin, coupled with visual images of jarring red lines animating her pain. Those red lines disappear, covered by a white textural spiral representing the pain disappearing from the animal effect. This depicts the Bachela people from their perspective helping her. As technology improves, so does people's desire for it. So to appeal to the 21st century audience, a text must improve their style. Gari provokes the reader by using the unique form of interactive storytelling. Its multimodal aspect allows it to effectively present two perspectives, one of Eliza and one of Fiona, representing the Bachela people. The composer does this by presenting Eliza's words from our newspaper article on screen, and when the user clicks it, it would get rid of Eliza's words by natural means, such as a storm breaking it apart, waves washing it away, the wind blowing it, and some others. The digital techniques in Gari capture their experiences by visually explaining Eliza's lies about Gari. The symbolism is used in a way that emphasizes the user's actions in breaking down Eliza's words, whilst also removing the prejudice created by the wild beasts. The metaphor is Eliza trying to compare them to wild beasts. In reality, Bachela people have a moral code. This is reflected in the actions towards Eliza, characterized by them facing towards her, leading with open arms. This highlights the Bachela people's emotions of anxiety, the danger her words can be to the Bachela people, and her anxiety at times since crashing into an unfamiliar area. Red isn't just used for Eliza, but also used for objects and events that have been affected by her or are in her control. In this scene where the Bachela people asks her to do tasks for the community, she refuses. Each time she refuses, there would be visual images of tasks being represented by shapes, then them turning red. As the tasks turn red, they shrink and fade, visually reflecting the destruction or neglect of these tasks. The use of visual form in color representing the people engages the 21st century audience, as it allows them to relate to other visual experiences they may have had. This way of using red is again used when a hand is writing ink The ink turns into a red bowl that is rolling off an edge. The hand and ink being red represents Eliza writing this story, coupled with the dialogue of first. Eliza wrote that her husband died of illness. She said he was buried. This huge speech is a direct lie, but created by Eliza and visually shows the emphasis on the impact the lie had on the Coachella people. The red bowl rolling off the edge symbolizes the idea of truth into this basic shape and it being lost. The color red is allowing the 21st century audience to memorize and understand, which makes it more effective as a visual technique, highlighting Eliza's manipulation of the truth and impact on Coachella people. In summary, the composer utilizes its multimodal to the fullest, making use of visual techniques such as color, symbolism, and body language, conveying these conflicting perspectives